Hi guys, today let's talk about safety. Safety is one of those 4 basic needs that we have as humans. If we don't feel safe, we're not thinking about anything else, we're not doing anything else. And sometimes we do some pretty strange things to feel safe. Before we get into that though, let's talk about the ways that we need to feel safe. We need to feel physically safe. That is, we need to know that someone's not going to hurt us or our environment is not going to hurt us. For example, if you're standing in the middle of a hurricane, all you're really going to be thinking about is getting away from that hurricane to feel safe. So that's physical safety. But we also need to feel emotionally safe. Have you ever been in a room and you stand very still, you try to make yourself as small and unnoticeable as possible because you're worried that someone in that room is going to notice you and criticize you? For some of you, hopefully not a lot of you, but some of you, that might be how your classroom feels. You're worried that people are going to make fun of you for mistakes that you make while you're learning, or maybe the clothes that you wear, and you just don't feel safe in the classroom. If that's the case, it's going to be really hard to learn the things your teacher's trying to teach you because your whole brain is thinking about how you feel unsafe. Now, our brains don't like to feel unsafe, and so it has us do things to feel safe, but sometimes they're not the best. For example, if you're one of those kids in the classroom that is terrified that people are going to find out you don't know something, you might act out so that the attention is on your behavior, not on the fact that you might not know what the rest of the class knows. You might make jokes in the classroom, you might get angry in the classroom. You'll do anything you can to make sure that nobody knows that you are feeling unsafe, because that's what your brain wants to do. Your brain wants to protect you from feeling unsafe. Now those choices, those making jokes in the classroom or being angry in the classroom, those aren't helping you learn either. So it's not a very good way to feel safe, but our brain doesn't care. All it wants to do is feel safe. So I want you to go back and think, if you have a time in your life that you didn't feel safe, what choices did you make to make yourself feel safe? Maybe you made good choices. For example, if you were in a dark alley and didn't feel safe, a really good choice would be to leave the alley. Maybe it was not so good of choices if you were worried that someone was going to make fun of you. Did you maybe make fun of them first? That made you feel safer, because if you can attack that person first, then they can't attack you back. So you see, our brains are really, really good at getting this need met in the moment, but not always good at making the best choices in the ways that this need is met. So what we can do with our understanding of mindfulness is check in with ourselves, say, I'm not feeling safe. Why am I not feeling safe? And what can I do about it? And sometimes just talking through that process is enough to make us feel safe again. So if you have an activity based on safety in your workbook that you are now supposed to work on, now is a great time to do that. Otherwise, you can just jot down in your own notebook times that you have felt unsafe, what you did about it, and what are some alternatives that you could do. You also want to go on the flip side. What are some times that you have felt safe? And what did you notice about those things that you could apply to situations where you feel unsafe? All right, that's it for today. I'll see you soon.